I'm on my way to go and see Jessie, or Jezebel Ho. Jezebel is an entrepreneur. She's the owner of Ice Roll Dreams. The area that she has a business in, we're actually on our way to Hill Fox, and that's in the west of Johannesburg. So we're going to talk about her brand. We're going to talk about brand identity. Also, how do you link your personality and your lifestyle to your business? And what message is it that you're trying to portray when you start out a business? So I helped Jessie on her journey to brand, her company, and also to try and link her lifestyle and her travels and experience to her business. What I picked up is that everybody has a story, and as an entrepreneur, you need to own your story and share your story with the rest of the world. And the reason you need to do that is because people automatically are attracted to people that can share similar experiences. So I'm keen to see, how the conversation evolves. But most importantly, I also want to share with the rest of South Africa is what we did with the store, the layout of the store, and what we tried to achieve with the resources that we had. So if this resonates with you, and if you feel that you need to use my services, then you're more than welcome to reach me on the link below. But I'll catch you on the other side, in Hill Fox. See you now. Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me and joining my channel. You are speaking to Elton, and we're talking property with Elton, and today we're going to chat to Jezebel Ho. Jezebel is an entrepreneur, and she's sitting on the left of me. So hi to everyone, Jezebel.
Hi everyone.
Alright, so as you can see, we're sitting behind a store called Ice Roll Dreams, which is Jezebel's brainchild. Today we're going to talk about Jezebel's journey. We're going to talk about what it's like to be an entrepreneur in South Africa. And lastly, we're going to wrap up with some advice from Jezebel. So, would you like to introduce yourself through to everyone in South Africa, Jezebel?
I've always worked at a full-time job, but I wanted to do something in additional, do something extraordinary, go out of my comfort zone, and this is basically what I've done. And Alton has been with me since the beginning.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm excited to do this interview.
Fantastic. All right, so let's get into the interview, right? So, in your experience, can you share what your journey has been like so far with regards to creating Ice Roll Dreams?
Yes, so from the beginning, it's been very nerve-wracking.
Yep.
It's also been very exciting, but I have had, I've learned a lot. There's been a few challenges, but yeah, it's basically just carrying on, exciting. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, in terms of starting a business, what were the lessons that you had to learn when you started your business? Number one. And number two, what key takeouts that you give to South Africans when it comes to actually opening up a business?
Yeah, that's very important. For me, it was that location is one of the most important things.
Right.
And second of all is that you can never spend enough money on advertising. Just advertise, whether it's on social media, billboards, advertising is very important. And then obviously also keeping your, whatever you're selling constant, having good products from the beginning, not chopping and changing. When customers come, they can always expect the same quality. And then another big key aspect for me was giving back to my customers. So I have already built a large regular client base, and customers that come back over and over again. I give them a free ice cream every now and then, I give them a discount, and I feel that that's really important as well.
Okay. And talking about giving a free ice cream and talking about customers, right? Your brand has become an iconic brand. So how important is brand and brand identity for you?
It is extremely important. From the beginning, I said that I wanted to have an image and a name for my store. People need to not say, oh, I'm going to the ice cream shop, I'm going to Ice Roll Dreams. It's identified. They know the look. If they had to drive past and see someone with a cup with my stamp on, they know where they bought it. And that is so important to get your identity spread out there that they know exactly who you are,
Yep.
where you are, and what you sell.
I love what you're saying. So you and I had worked extensively last year, and we bumped into each other at your brother's birthday
I was very lucky. I'm very blessed.
Yeah, and then we started having a conversation, and you told me your story. You told me about what you did and when you went to Thailand. You told me about your experience when you got to Thailand. And you told me about what had happened, and then you started working with me. Can you share a little bit of that for South Africa?
Yes, so basically, I went to Thailand, I saw the ice cream there, I fell in love with it, I bought it every day.
Right,
and then when I came back to South Africa, it wasn't easy to walk out and go buy. So I thought, let me just do it myself. Let's jump the ship and let's do it. And then I'm very blessed. I met Alton, and I had an idea of what I wanted the shop to look like. I had an idea, but let me tell you that idea is completely changed. You know, we changed it a few times.
Yeah.
But Alton completely understood from the beginning. I explained to him. I just told him about my holiday, and he immediately understood what I wanted to do with the shop. When I explained to him the identity, the branding, where I want to go with, and he worked from there, and he just basically lifted it off for me, and it was past my expectation.
Nice, I'm happy. Talking about expectations and lifting things off, right? You need money to lift things off.
Yes.
And especially if you're an entrepreneur, it is a challenge because you're counting every last cent. Effective budgeting is key. Do you want to comment about effective budgeting and literally hustling when you're an entrepreneur?
Yeah, you definitely need to hustle. You need to be an operator. You need to have a business. But budget is very important. But if you start, the one key thing also for me with starting the business was actually just jumping into it and doing it. You start making a plan, things start falling into place, and you just start pulling money from everywhere. So budgeting is very important, but don't let financial situations keep you back
and stop you.
Just go ahead. I didn't have lots of thousands of money lying around when I started this business. You know, I need to have some money, but it had to come from somewhere. So budgeting is very important, but don't let finances stop you.
Okay guys, so the rest of South Africa, you heard it from the horse's mouth. So Jezebel says, don't let finances stop you. In fact, I think the only person that's holding you back kind of is you.
That's so true.
But what I do want to say is that I've enjoyed my journey working with Jezebel and her entire family. And when she told me the story resonated with me so much so that we actually captured it, right? So we captured your story and as part of your unique selling proposition to your customers.
That was one of the first things that you sent back to me. I just basically had a discussion with Alton about what my ideas are, where I'm going, and he sent me back this beautiful story, explaining it into words that I could never have explained so beautifully. Nice. And that's a main feature on my website. It's actually captured inside my store. When people come here, they read it and they fall in love with me as the owner and my store, and they know the journey from the beginning.
Awesome stuff. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so I know that if you're an entrepreneur, you probably want some sort of advice, and we're going to give you a few tips from Jezebel in a bit. But just in terms of liking, sharing, subscribing, please, you know what you need to do, and all the details will be at the bottom in my page. So Jezebel, in terms of tips for South Africans and entrepreneurs that want to start out, it might not be with ice roll dreams or within the ice cream sort of or food industry. It could be something completely different. There's, you know, with COVID around and people are unemployed, what is it that you want to say to aspiring and budding entrepreneurs? Some advice that you can offer with them, please.
Yeah, my advice would just be especially during this challenging time, you cannot always rely on, you know, working for someone on a salary like that. So it's so important to be able to make way for yourself. So if you have an idea, go with it, and that's one of my main my main tip is just go with it, try it. Things will fall into place, and then obviously do some research. Advertising, like I said, is key.
Get an expert to help you.
Get an expert to help you.
I'm the expert that will help.
Definitely get Alton to help you. No one else. But yes, I couldn't have done it without the assistance of Alton, because I never worked in an industry which is very creative. I come from a very admin-based career, and Alton helped me unlock all of the ideas that I had. I couldn't put it down on computer or paper properly, and that's what Alton helped me with, and he has completely designed the entire look of my shop, and everyone compliments me all the time. So I would definitely recommend on getting an expert to help you.
So one of the comments, I've just had a chat with Center Management a few minutes ago, and she still commented and said that this is the best looking store in terms of attraction. So it brings quite a bit of footfall in, and in terms of aesthetics, it is quite appealing, and it speaks exactly to the product that you are selling. So from my side, if you're ever in Hillfox and if you ever want some ice cream, this is where you need to be. You need to come through to Ice Roll Dreams, and Jessie and her husband are always here, and she's absolutely fantastic, wonderful personality. And you heard her say that she's really intimate with her customers. So yeah, come on down and experience some ice cream. But over and above, if you're an entrepreneur, you're more than welcome to come and have a look at the store, but you're more than welcome to get hold of me or get hold of the details at the bottom. Okay, so thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you tuning into my channel. Jessie, last word from you, the last word from you.
Use Alton to do your store, whatever you want to do, you won't regret it. Lots of love. Bye.
Okay, so bye everybody. Peace be out. Until next time, be good, be safe, be well. The ask from Jezebel was threefold. First, we looked at brand. We designed the logo and the concept, all the marketing material, as well as doing a photo shoot to digitally capture her story. From a marketing perspective, we needed to identify the correct LSM. We soon figured out that, it's not just for kids, it's also for adults that would like superior ice cream. We then looked at social media and how we need to approach social media to attract the right audience. From a property perspective, the property was really small, so the correct elements needed to be utilized, the correct props needed to be utilized, and also things like adding grass, especially to bring out the green color, utilizing the LEDs, and the positioning of the signage as well was key. So overall, the request was to provide guidance to pull everything together and to execute it to bring her idea to life. And based on what you can see, we've achieved exactly that.